Hi everybody, this video is on the new moon in Libra, which happens on the 19th of October at 11 minutes past 8, and that's based on UK time. Now, this new moon is in Libra, and that is really positive when it comes to love, romance, and relationships. A new moon is a good time to kind of set intentions anyway, and it's a good time to kind of plant seeds of intention. Because what happens during a new moon is that the moon is totally black. The sun and the moon, they conjunct each other, so they move to the same place, and the moon recharges its batteries. It's kind of filling itself up with the sun's energy for its next 30-day cycle, so it can go around and then get to the full moon and its next new moon. So during the moon is pulling in Libra energy, and Libra is all about relationships in a kind of social way. So Libra isn't about relationship like Scorpio, like I need to know you immediately and I need to get to the truth of who you are. Libra is more on the surface level, it's more professional. Libra is the only sign of the zodiac that's not a living thing. So Libras are very good at working with people, being considerate, but being considerate in a very cerebral way. Libra is an air sign, okay? So this is the right thing to do. I need to not be selfish and be considerate of other people and share everything around. Libras are very good. They have a very strongly defined sense of justice and injustice. They like things to be fair. They like things to have a sense of community and harmony to them, and they don't like discord. So Libras can often mediate and be the diplomat to try and get people on board. That doesn't mean that they don't have their own feelings, own passions, own desires, but they do have a focus on bringing people together, okay? So now we have a new moon, so this black moon pulling all of this Libra energy in, which means that there's going to be a desire to be more around other people, to focus more on your relationships, to connect with others, to be more sociable, not to isolate, and to have good, harmonious, positive relationships. The new moon is at 26 degrees, 2 and 6 is 8, and 8 is about power. So this isn't just nothing new moon. This one packs a punch, okay? It's really powerful. It will motivate you. It will galvanize you into action, to meet other people, to connect with them, and to discover information about other people, to communicate, to chat, to find out what's going on, to meet new people, to have fun, to go to events, to go to parties, to have fun, and just to let your hair down a little bit and to kind of celebrate. The sun goes into Scorpio soon, so we don't have the sun in Libra for very much longer. And Libra is much more kind of social events based than Scorpio is. Scorpio is about, you say you love me, are you going to die for me or not? It's a different attitude. So we need to use this new moon in Libra to kind of, if you're in the northern hemisphere, this is like an Indian summer of being sociable and having fun with other people and being around other people. So lots of energy, lots of intelligent air energy floating around, which also makes you someone who is articulate, eloquent, refined. You present yourself well, you come across well, your jokes go down well, people actually laugh. It's a time of kind of refinement and enjoying the company of others. Now, this new moon, though, it opposes Uranus and Aries at 26 degrees. So that complicates things a bit. Because an opposition, first of all, is when two planets are 180 degrees apart. So they're at odds with each other. They're causing friction between each other. So we have this new moon in Libra saying, love everyone, go out and celebrate, make intentions to meet new people. Maybe you'll meet someone you're interested in, sparks will fly, it's going to be amazing. Uranus in Aries, on the other side of the chart, says, yes, it will be amazing, but it certainly won't be conventional because I am Uranus. Uranus represents eccentricity and risk-taking and the unexpected and the miraculous. and the powerful. It's like electricity, it's chaos, it's what you could have never predicted. Okay, it's really, really eccentric. Even the path of Uranus during our solar system is like all over the place. It's chaotic. It's in Aries, the sign of the ram. So it says, my chaos, I'm not questioning this chaos. This is fine. This is how it's supposed to be. I'm going to push through with it and I'm going to get what I want. It's also at 26 degrees, 2 and 6 being 8. So this isn't just any crazy, chaotic Uranus in Aries. It's a very, very powerful Uranus in Aries opposing this new moon. So it causes energy with this new moon in the sense that, yes, you will have opportunities to meet other people and connect, but it's going to be unconventional, it's going to be fun. You need to have an open mind. If you're someone, I went to a dinner party and the hostess invited everyone or introduced them like this. Okay, she said, this is Jim, he's a judge. This is Bob, he's a vicar. This is Jenny, she's a litigator. This is Susan, she's a head teacher. This is Greg, and this is Keith, who's a vicar. Okay, so she couldn't appreciate what I do because it's unconventional and it's unusual. So she did not have an open mind. Otherwise, she would have said, this is Greg, he's an astrologer. But that didn't fit into her dinner plans or the way she wanted people to interact with each other. Who cares? I don't care. So this new moon has that Uranus and Aries quality to it. So it's really likely that you're going to meet a bunch of weirdos. I'm exaggerating, of course, but that's great. You're going to meet a bunch of people who are unconventional, because the people who are unconventional on this planet, in my experience, are the people who have the most clue of what's going on. There are so many things in the world. When I grew up, I was just like, I assumed that were totally normal, and then I realized what the world's reaction to them was, and I was just like, oh my God, so I'm the weirdo. Oh, it's a scary feeling, but those of us who have felt on the outsides or who have felt like we're not conventional because, not through choice, but because we can't be conventional, we're going to be the ones who are falling in love during this new moon in Libra. Because it's a new moon in Libra, which is about falling in love and romance and passion in the air. But with this Uranus, it adds that kind of unexpected, crazy, eccentric, miraculous flavor to it, which in my opinion makes this much more fun and much more exciting. So then sitting on top of the new moon, we've got Jupiter 6 degrees away from it. So I'm still counting that as a conjunction, my orbs. So if something is 10 degrees away from each other, or 5 degrees away from each other, or 2 degrees, that's called an orb in astrology. And I count a conjunction as 10 degrees. So Jupiter is 6 degrees away, so I count that. Jupiter's in Scorpio at 2 degrees. And Jupiter is the lucky planet. I've made a separate video on Jupiter in Scorpio. It moved into Scorpio on the 10th of October and will stay there until November 2018. Have a look at that video if you don't know what Jupiter in Scorpio means, because Jupiter is the good luck planet and it being in Scorpio is really important. So that is at 2 degrees next to the sun. So it adds good luck, good fortune. 1 and 2 is a relationship. It adds good luck when it comes to relationships, especially intense, deep, genuine Scorpio relationships. Not surface level, hello, how you doing, but really, I love you. So that adds a lot of emotional intensity to this. We've also got Mercury in Scorpio at 3 degrees. So that is 7 degrees away from the sun, still conjuncts it. Mercury is the communication planet in Scorpio. Also, it's very interested in feelings. It's very interested in getting to the hidden truths about people. It's uncovering, it's getting to uncover the skeletons that are in the closet. And it's drawn to the occult and the taboo. It's magnetic. All this Scorpio energy means that this new moon isn't just about love and romance, like in a spring sense, like daffodils and fairies and butterflies and running around. With Jupiter and Mercury in Scorpio sitting right next to it, they add good luck and they add the ability to communicate in a genuine, emotional, authentic, and sincere way. So the person that you meet who's going to be unconventional or unlike or different in some way anyway, you're not only going to be able to communicate with that person on a surface level, you'll be able to get to the truth and make a genuine connection very quickly. So this is really a powerful new moon, and with those two, Jupiter and Mercury conjuncting it, makes it really, it gives it the potential to meet your soulmate, your twin flame, your kindred spirit, because of that depth. You can't have a soulmate if there's no depth to it, you know? So that really, really helps and bodes very well. The new moon then forms loads of other connections with things in the chart. This is quite a complicated one. First of all, it forms a trine with the rising sign, which is in Gemini, which is positive because you'll be able to articulate yourself very well, unlike me right now. You'll be eloquent, you'll feel confident, and you'll be able to take the initiative and start a conversation. So you'll feel very comfortable talking to people, very happy chatting and being sociable and a good conversationalist. The new moon also forms a quincunx with Chiron in Pisces, which is at 25 degrees. So yes, you're having fun. Yes, you're meeting chaotic, unusual, different people. Yes, some feelings may already be stirring and you're a sparkling and brilliant conversationalist, but also at the back of your head, you're going to remember how brutal some of your past relationships have been and how much it has hurt. So you're also on guard a little bit. You're watching out for the ones who may be a little bit dodgy. And you're like, okay, it's not my first time at the rodeo here. I know these people and I'm watching out, and I'm watching out for potentially someone who could harm me. Which, the way this is like a safety control device. It's not overly cautious. It's good. It's fine. It's a quincunx. It's 150 degrees. There's natural caution involved here, which is good because, like I said, we're meeting Uranus in Aries kind of people. So we're meeting unconventional people. Some unconventional people are great and they're unusual for whatever reason. Some are unconventional because they're just, difficult to get on with, for instance. So it's not always a good thing. Then the new moon forms a trine with the south node in Aquarius, which is also at 20 degrees. So that's interesting because this will remind you of a past life soulmate who, when the two of you were together, the two of you were really able to do great things for humanity. So I'm making a face because this is really profound now. You're meeting someone or you're connecting with people who really bring out your depth and who you may even have had a past life connection with. And that's why sparks are flying, because the energy is so intense and you know some of these people. There's a sextile between the new moon and black moon Lilith at 27 degrees in Sagittarius, and that is going to say, don't get involved in anything. Make sure you check with your guides and your angels first before you run off and you go on this whirlwind adventure. Make sure that you're checking in with your higher self guidance and your ancestors and your angels first. So that's really interesting actually, because usually Black Moon Lilith and Chiron are two parts of the chart that are really kind of ego based. They either sabotage us or they wound us in some way. During this new moon, there's supportive characters. They help. Chiron is giving you this sensible caution, which you need when you meet new people. And Black Moon Lilith also is saying, listen, before you jump in head over heels, just make sure that it feels right, which is also amazing. Okay. Then it forms a sesqui square with Neptune in Pisces at 11 degrees. So again, this could be this is the other side of Chiron and Black Moon Lilith, because with this aspect, you now go into the situation thinking, oh, this person could be the person of my dreams. And that immediately tips you into overlooking all of their flaws, putting in rosy tinted spectacles, and Chiron and Black Moon Lilith balance that out. So this new moon on the 19th is a great day to meet someone and to make an accurate assessment of that person, because astrologically everything is aligning to give you a good sense of what people are like and who you can trust and who you can't trust. Okay, so those are the aspects the new moon makes. But what we also have in this chart, you'll notice that there are two big blue triangles, and I'll highlight them. And they form a Star of David. And one of the triangles points upwards, and the other triangle points downwards, and it creates this six-sided star. And the Star of David is when spirit, the triangle pointing downwards, is flowing in, and the triangle pointing upwards is earth, you as a spiritual being, connecting with that higher force. So the Star of David is a symbol of human spiritual connection. So it means that you're listening to your true guidance, you're listening to your true feelings, you can trust yourself. This is divinely ordained, so to speak, and it's an important day, especially when it comes to relationships and your love life. There's also almost a mystic rectangle in here, but one of the sides is missing, so I'm not going to count that. Yeah. Mystic rectangles are really rare in the chart. They kind of represent energies which are usually conflicting, but which work. So let's look at this one without one of the sides. It combines Uranus and Saturn and Black Moon Lilith, and then the new moon, Jupiter and Mercury, and Gemini rising. So, yeah, I mean, it's unusual that you are so cautious of moving ahead with people, that you're so open-minded, that you're so in touch with your own feelings, that you're so sociable, and that you're able to articulate yourself so very, very well on this day, because all those ingredients aren't present every day of your life, and you certainly have them today. There's another mystic rectangle with one of the sides missing. That connects South Node in Aquarius, the rising in Gemini, with the North Node in Leo, and Black Moon Lilith and Saturn in Sagittarius. And this says, because there's a past life connection with some of these people or the person you're going to meet today, that's why the words just flow out of your mouth like beautiful little diamonds coming out of your mouth. And this could lead to the passion that you truly want in your life when it comes to family and relationships and soulmate. So your guidance will help you identify that. So if you're in a party or in a room or a seminar or a teaching event on this day and you see a woman or a man and it goes ding, 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 trust that. And go over to that person and say, hello, my name's Greg. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm here at this conference as well. I saw you across the room. It's nice to meet you. You can do that. I didn't know you could do that for years. I would have been terrified. But you can actually do that. Most people won't attack you when you do that. And if you do get that ding, ding, ding inside you, then that's the right person for you. And you're meant to meet that person. That we've all had days in our lives where it seemed like an ordinary day, but then through something totally mundane and arbitrary, we met the man or woman of our dreams and they stayed in our lives for 10, 20 years. It happens some days, and this is one of those amazing days. You know, the other thing with Jupiter in Scorpio that I just want to mention is that a lot of things are going to come to the surface. Emotional things have to be addressed and looked at. Being in denial is not something that we get to do this year. It's really good about facing our issues, but also transforming our issues and to make them into light, make them into positive things that support us. So if some of these things do feel difficult, if the emotional atmosphere feels a bit much for you, try and adjust to it, and don't go into kind of feeling fixes like pills or drugs or alcohol or something, because you really have the potential to progress emotionally and in your relationship life by facing those uncomfortable feelings. You can't get the benefits of this if you refuse to face it. So no denial, especially during this new moon, because then you won't recognize the soulmate, the partner, and you want to find that person. So if you're in a relationship already, then this is an amazing day to just deepen your connection and to really just get to know each other like it's almost impossible. Like to get to know each other almost like soulmates, twin flames, or exactly like twin flames. Yeah. So that's what I get for you. I'm just checking the chart to see if I've missed anything. I don't think I have. Yeah. So that's what I get for this new moon. It looks absolutely amazing. Let me know how your day goes. Leave some comments below. If you would like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. I use astrology, tarot, and numerology in my readings. The astrology chart is like a blueprint of your soul, and it shows me what your past lives are, what your vocational aptitudes are, what your soul mission is this time around, what your life purpose is, what your strengths and weaknesses are. I can have a look at the predictive astrology and the tarot to see what's coming up for you in your love life, in your finances, career, relationships, family, health, spirituality. And using astrocartography, I can even look at what parts of the world have what certain impact on you and where the best place is to live if you're considering moving. So if you're interested in any of those, go to my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's free of charge. I do daily tarot readings, weekly horoscopes, special videos on new moons and full moons, and also in November, the monthly horoscopes for each sign of the zodiac are going to be back. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.